was a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades. Yo, check out Homeboy.
Hi, folks. This is Dave Young with Paul Smith.
Hi.
And a special guest, Dr. Erdem Ural.
Hello there. I'm the one
Welcome.
with the clean cut look.
I don't know. You got a beard and you look a little shady to me.
Yeah, this is something there. Yeah, it's the beard crowd. So, Doc, you're running
Again?
and
You haven't had enough, huh? You want to go back into the fray.
yeah.
Well, I have kids in the school system, so a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
I look
Okay.
at it as, well, better you than me, because I don't
Oh,
want to
absolutely.
do it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a thankless job.
very much.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes. I film
Shoveling
meetings.
crap against the tide.
It can be.
Yeah.
So,
But he's got something good to look forward to. Rizzy's going to be gone before the end of the year.
Oh, it's kind of a brutal way of putting it.
yeah, but the stuff that the school committee has to go through, I don't know why you want to do it, but
Yeah. Thankless.
it is. It's papers and papers, and you've shown us some papers, and
And you
But-
go through it every year, and it just goes on and on and on.
but some people just love it. Obviously, you love it.
Well, I don't love it, but I think the school committee has made so many mistakes, lack the common sense, and they have a poor judgment. And I have received so many calls. That's why I decided to run again. It's
Very
just
good.
somebody has to do it, and nobody is stepping
Well,
up to do it.
I thank you. I mean, yes, it's. I think we need to stir the pot, shake the tree, just have it someone else with a different view.
Absolutely. The more views you get, and
Yeah. Not everybody's right, so that's why I
there's
look
some
at
people
it.
that are left.
Yeah, exactly. So what's cooking? I see you got lots of papers. And
Yeah,
Paul's got papers.
Well, I was just going over the proposed budget they have, which is hilarious.
I just have my coffee.
Yeah, I have lived in this town for almost four. I was gonna say centuries, but no,
centuries.
4 decades.
You've been there here this whole millennium?
I'm.
What year did you move into town?
Yeah.
I think it was 1629. But no.
No, 1729 is when I moved
I
in.
moved to town in '82.
All right, so you
82.
came in about the same time I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been living here since '82.
Oh, I should have turned
It's
this
okay.
off. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. I'm a late bloomer. I was an 88.
You're a dirty bloomer.
I know. I'm a flatlander. I'm a legal import because I bought.
Yeah.
So I'm a scientist, an educator, and entrepreneur. So I figure the school committee doesn't have a scientist in the
What's your degree in?
in aerospace engineering,
Ooh.
Shazam.
That's rocket science.
and the school.
Uh-oh.
He's a rocket scientist.
That's for sure.
You're part of the Big
schools,
Bang Theory.
Schools have not been doing well in the area of science. Science is the way
yes.
forward for the kids.
I'd
I
say
just got this from the Department of Education website. We don't have any of our schools improved that target. The best was done by O'Donnell Middle School. It improved below target. Stoughton High, Daw Elementary, and Gibbons Elementary showed no improvement in science education. And Hanson Elementary, South Elementary, and Wilkins Elementary, which is the old West School, became worse in science education. So I figure with my background as a scientist and an educator, working with the new superintendent and working with my fellow school committee members, I hope to make a difference. That's one of the reasons why I'm running.
Okay.
No, I enjoyed science as a kid.
Do we
And
have
workshop
any?
and stuff.
I know some of the schools have robotics labs. Does Stoughton have a robotics lab, or are they going to have one?
In middle school, they have a robotics club.
Okay.
That means Friday after school.
And that's supported by the school.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a start.
Yeah. But I think it probably could be expanded, possibly.
So I have 5 priorities. I can mention those and then you can ask me questions.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
One is promote cooperation with the Board of Selectmen and with the Board of Selectmen and town manager. See, right now, because of the budget shortfall, they are fighting each other.
Yeah.
I want to bring to the table that we are one town, one team, and we
Yep.
should work together
I agree.
to make it happen. So that's my number 1 priority. Number 2 priority, things happened and the school committee and the school administration really lost credibility. And if you ask me, I will talk about that. School committee, at one point, people respected school committee, but now a lot of people don't. So I would like to restore the credibility of the school committee and administration.
Okay.
Number 3, promote diversity, combat bias, bullying, and hatred in the district. So we have bullying for between the children. There is also bullying the teachers by the administration.
Yep.
And we have in Stoughton, we have about 25% African American. Can you guess how many African American teachers we have? So 25% of the kids in Stoughton schools is
1%?
it's only 2.8 teacher.
2.8 teachers.
Not 2.8%. It's out of, I think we have about 400 teachers. Out of 400, only 2.8 teachers are African American.
Is that because we're not recruiting them, or is it just because that's?
I don't know. I mean, this has been,
Finance,
when I was the school committee chair, I brought this to the superintendent and said, we have to get more
Diversity.
representative.
Yes, diversity.
Representative teacher, and Joe Feaster also came and made a presentation, although he didn't, I'm not sure he was talking about the teachers. I think he was talking more about the school committee membership. But anyways, she said she's gonna do something, go recruit from the job fairs, and etc. But nothing happened. It's still, I looked at it today, it was only 2.8 teachers. So she posted something on the school website. She's going to go recruit again in the diversity fair. But after all these, all my experiences with her, I don't really have much confidence in her ability as well as her sincerity of her statements.
Too many times you're told something just to send you away. They just tell it to you so you'll go away and they can deal with it another year.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you're entitled to it. We're all entitled to our opinions. Right or wrong, we're still entitled to them.
And,
Freedom of speech.
So we did the improved student achievement. So we have the science education needs improving.
Yeah.
And also kids with, I had another slide, kids with special needs. We are doing really bad. This is a slide from prepared by Southeastern Regional School for all the communities that they serve. So West Bridgewater is the best, Easton, Southeastern, Sharon, etc. Stoughton is at the bottom. So we need to work on that. And what is special needs subgroup? According to Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, the high needs group is an unduplicated count of all students belonging to at least one of the following individual subgroups: students with disabilities, English language learners, and former English language learner students, or low income students. So 43% of students in Stoughton public school system is in this high needs subgroup. So we need to serve them better.
Yeah.
And then the last one is protecting the best interest of the children as well as the taxpayers, because children and their parents are the taxpayers is one family unit. So we can't say, oh, we're going to just do the kids. That's wrong. It has to be the family unit.
Yep. No, we will be showing these, so people are seeing these.
Okay.
I'm going to make copies of these so people can
I
see
got
them.
color versions. I can send it to you.
Well, yeah, we're in a color society now.
That's right.
We have no more black and white TVs, except at my house.
Sounds good.
Well, those were not very good numbers when I saw that we were 21. I think we could do better. So what else? The last one was...
Protect the children and the taxpayers. So those are my priorities. So if you like, we can talk about budget. Budget fight. We can talk about the new superintendent. Can talk about anti-Semitism culture. Can talk about the teacher sex scandal. And there's a really big morale issue in Stoughton High. We can talk about that. Or talk about all of them.
Pick the budget. Let's go.
The budget, okay.
The big boy.
Okay,
Well, I've heard we do our budget kind of backwards, where it's more like everybody wants a cut of the over-engrossed pie.
Yeah.
And it's not reality-based. And I heard that we're, again, like last year, we're coming up short. And all the departments have to sit and make cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the interesting thing about last year, 2018, I'll tell you, man, I got so many notes.
Well, at least someone's awake. Paul and I are usually asleep
See,
during these
for
meetings.
2018,
Yeah.
fiscal year 2018, the town authorized the school department to spend $45,751,738.
Yep.
And then you look at this latest budget. It shows 2018 expended is $45,243,515. So it's they spent $508,000 less.
Than their budget.
$500,000 less. So they fought tooth and nail for that budget, and they spent less. And then they turned to town about $200,000. So I don't know.
Yeah, I remember the return of
They
some
returned to town. $300,000, $293,000. So what happens is, you overblow your budget estimate.
Yeah.
You get all the money, and then superintendent has been going around and saying, we only spend what you give us.
Yeah.
We only spend what we need, and then return the money. But if you look at the bill warrants, there is a big spending spree at the end of the fiscal year.
That's been in every company that I've ever worked for.
Yeah.
Yep.
The boss has to spend his budget before the end of the year.
Yeah,
And,
it's a cushion.
because he knows if he doesn't, his next year's budget will be smaller.
But the problem is, the superintendent right now is proposing a budget that is 1.1 million above the 1.1 million above the anticipated revenue for 2020 fiscal year. So she says, well, the budget is not balanced, but here's how I propose to balance it. Increase the amount of new growth. So the town has an estimation for new growth that are done by the professionals. Says, no, they are making a mistake. Increase that by $200,000.
Oh, okay.
Reduce.
That's $200,000 in taxes.
That may not come. Okay.
That's estimated.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Dreamed about.
Reduce the joint accounts. She wants to reduce the school's portion of the insurance, $90,000.
Well, somebody has to. You still have to take. Somebody's got to pay the 90. You're shifting.
But what happens is assessors.
Maybe they shouldn't buy so many joints.
They set the tax rate And then if they
Oh.
collect more than they anticipated, that they call it assessor's overlay and then give it to school and to town. So she's saying assessors are gonna have, she thinks the tax rate is too high. Assessors are going to collect 50,000 more than they need.
So she wants to take that.
She wants to take that.
Reduce FinCom?
So she wants to take $200,000 from the FinCom reserve. You know, FinCom has a reserve
Yeah, so we won't have as much for the,
for
removal.
emergencies. That's right.
Well, that's
And
not
then
good.
there is still a shortfall of $600,000, and she wants to get that from the stabilization fund. I mean, the stabilization fund we have, we have, and
there's a $500,000 there.
yeah,
Not much in there used to be, but not anymore. Because all these accounts you just mentioned have been like sucked dry.
Yeah, yeah,
Because we've talked
Yeah.
many a time about
Big- yeah.
what's going on,
yeah. They've emptied all of these, and now they're going after the,
what's left.
well, the
so
Conservation Commission money.
the selectman is saying let's stay within our means, and they want to increase. They say if the superintendent wants to increase the school budget by 3.43%, and the so that's what the superintendent
Yeah.
wants, and what the or the school committee wants, and selectman is saying increase the school budget by 1.68%. Okay, and one more thing what I mentioned, Dave, is you know, we have had debates. I should say we have three candidates. We have two incumbents, Joe McDonough and Anita Hill.
Anita
They
Hill.
are the incumbents.
Yep.
So
I
the
am
two-
I'm the outsider. We have two seats, so I'm asking that you give one of your votes to me.
yeah.
But Joe McDonough, incumbent, you know, we had two debates about half an hour each.
Yeah.
He didn't bother to show up in either one of them.
I did see the one at Town Hall. I think it was the Chamber of Commerce one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And,
there was
yeah.
also another one at the town hall for by the
Legal
Women
legal
Voters.
voters,
He
yeah.
didn't show up for that one too.
No.
Anita Hill has been showing up, but she's been essentially towing the superintendent's line. So, like I said, you know, you guys are being really unrealistic. This is the school committee budget. School committee is
Yep.
being irresponsible. And she says, no, this is the superintendent's budget. Superintendent brings it, we approve it. Come on, give me a break.
Oh,
The school
well,
committee's
I
role
did
is
hear
to-
that.
She
I heard
said that a couple of times as far as, well, we were just presented with it, and we had to either vote yes or no on it. And they voted yes because it was a done deal. And it was in the newspaper today.
Oh my God, it sounds like town meeting. Just vote yes.
There's not an awful lot of difference. There's a
And
lot
also-
of teachers on the, you know,
Town meeting?
in town meeting, yes.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true.
You know, but yeah, everybody has to look at everything, the big picture, not just focused on the little picture. And this looks like a little picture.
So
So,
I looked at, you know, I had they asked us in the debate, you know, where would you cut the budget?
yeah,
I said, you know, first of all, I don't think we need to cut the budget because I think the budget is overblown. So how do I check that?
yeah.
I went to Department of Elementary and Secondary Education website.
Okay.
They over there they put all the teacher salaries. I mean average teacher
Oh,
salaries, and also the total amount paid to teacher salaries. These are the teachers that actually teach. You know, we have
Okay.
teachers
Yeah.
Unit B that do administrative duties. They don't teach. So to me, they don't. I mean, they are important, but they don't really count as teachers.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
teachers that teach in class, also the professionals that directly serve the kids.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So fiscal 18. So they reported it by fiscal 18. The teacher average salary of a teacher went down by 4% from fiscal 17 to fiscal 18.
Okay, well,
So, but the super-
retirees that are making more money than the new guys.
That's exactly right. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
retired, new guys aren't paid as much.
so we asked the superintendent, the finance committee asked the superintendent, he said, when people retire,
Yeah.
you get cost savings. Says, does
Okay.
your budget include that? It says, no. So that's why I know that it's overblown, because hers is probably going up by 5% as opposed to 4% decrease. The other thing, the superintendent has been going around and saying, we can't really do anything because most of it is teacher salaries, and that's a
And that's
contractual,
contractual.
yada,
But you
yada,
signed the
yada.
contract.
The school committee signed it.
Yeah, so you're responsible for it.
That's right. But I looked at this Department of Education website. Also has the information how much we paid to teacher salaries. And I had the information how much was budgeted in fiscal 18. So only the 53% of the budget went to teacher salaries, not 80% as the super.
Really?
So
Just
we got-
53%?
So that's
We got
like,
47% support services.
so that means that's the total teacher salary of
Yeah.
24,280
280.
and 962. That's 53.1% of the budget. Okay.
And
Where's the
I
rest?
also looked at the previous year, fiscal 17.
Yep.
It was 55.5%. None of them are anywhere near 80%.
Yeah.
No.
So we got plenty of room in the budget.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I say is that
The other 30%, other 27% are
no, it's not
administration.
27. It's
Are
40,
administration.
47%, not 27. That's the outside
No,
stuff.
she said there's 80%,
Oh yeah,
but it's actually 53%,
that's right.
That means, yeah.
which is 27% difference.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's what.
And that 27% is administration costs.
Yeah, I don't know.
To-
Because this is a thing that has been my problem for a long time, and I have been asking her to give me an Excel file because I'm good with
Yeah.
That's
tracking the numbers,
yeah,
and
but
she
she,
always refused to give me an
that's
Excel file.
that's like $7 million bucks.
That's, I went in and asked for information and never got it either.
Yeah.
That's like
Just-
$7
They just blow
million.
you off.
And then the other part is, we have administrators. See, I have been involved in the school committee. I got first elected to school committee in 2008. That's 11 years ago. So number of kids enrolled in school has decreased since then, but the number of administrators have doubled or maybe even tripled. So why are we paying all these administrators? Superintendents makes I think $195,000. Why does she need that much administrative help? We have a deputy superintendent who makes $155,000. The school committee, or actually the superintendent, gave him a contract until 2024, guaranteeing him employment as well as minimum of 2.5% increase. So that's totally irresponsible. Totally overblows the budget. And then they also hired three. So the assistant, the deputy superintendent is supposed to be in charge of the curriculum development. And then they also hired 3 teachers, made them Unit B, that automatically bumps their salary to a minimum of $88,000. And they made that's helpers to Deputy Superintendent Jonathan Ford. So we have so much waste in the administrative layers. As the administrator salaries are growing exponentially, they're also getting all the help that to do their jobs. So it doesn't make sense.
Well, it's
I want to go to Unit B.
Yeah.
I wonder if the school department works as much nepotism as the town does.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know either.
Town has
It could be
nepotism.
Oh,
some.
absolutely, absolutely.
I don't know.
Always has.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Well, when selectmen's kids get on the police department,
Oh,
what do you think
okay.
that is?
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
I won't
it
comment.
could-
And it's been going on from the get-go.
But
I'm not
that's-
saying it's new, and I'm
If
not
it's
saying it's
only-
wrong.
If it's only one case, I don't think that's nepotism.
But if it's
the
one
kids
case
are-
every year,
There is one case every year?
it has been.
Really? I
In the
didn't know
past.
that.
Really?
Well, Roy's kid,
Oh,
he was a cop.
yeah.
He was a selectman.
True.
Well, that was probably 20
Wow.
years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but and I bet you could go 20 years before that and find it too.
Maybe.
It's been continuous.
I call that isolated incidences, and it may or may not be nepotism.
It's
don't
a
know.
small town.
Well, yeah,
That's what it amounts to.
yeah. So, I mean, it is a small town, so, you know, I mean, you're
It's
going to
always been a
have,
small town.
you're going to, some of that's going to take place. I
Absolutely,
mean, regardless. There's
absolutely.
nothing you're going to be able to do about it.
Yep.
And a lot of that can also be is that they grew up in the town,
Yep.
and they want to be part of the town.
Yeah,
That
may-
doesn't mean that, you know, anything's going on, but
Well, it
regardless, I
happens
mean,
in
it's
the
not like
DPW too. you
No.
know.
Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't seem to be, you know, to the point where it's like making news every week, but
No, but it's,
ah,
it's
well,
a constant that's there.
It's there. There's no way to get rid of it.
Yeah, because,
so-
somebody hears there's an opening in the town, they're
Yeah.
gonna tell their cousin that it isn't working.
Yeah.
And, that's how it works.
Yeah,
The
there
first
is-
one in usually gets a chance.
Maybe.
And it's but that's what it's set up for.
Well, there is nothing wrong with that unless the selection process or the evaluation process
Yeah.
is biased. I mean, if somebody
Well-
applies and deserves and gets
Yeah.
the job,
I got no problem
I
if
don't
they
have, I
deserve
wouldn't
it.
have any problem with
Yeah.
that.
No. My problem was that $7 million that's missing here. That's kind of my problem.
Yeah.
I can feel that in my wallet.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people at home that are like wondering where that $7 million's hiding. Because I mean, it's just, that's very,
Are they gonna be in the high school this fall? The new one? Or is that next year?
Which one?
The new high school.
Oh yeah, it's opening
When will the
next
students be going in?
in September.
So they're gonna open up the season, the year, in the new school.
high school.
Yeah, well, they
we'll
have
take,
to, yeah,
we'll take
yeah.
custody, I think, in July.
Okay,
And then next year, they will demolish the old high school.
right. And
okay. Wow. So there's some definite budget. Oh, that's
finish.
it. No, I'm kidding, yeah. We'll roll part two. So it looks like there is some discrepancies from what you're saying with budgeting.
I think there is some. In fact, the superintendent herself said that there is some padding. I maintain
well,
that there is
who
a lot of padding on the
Yeah.
budget, and she says, just give us the money, we will return whatever we don't use.
boy,
It's true. She has
does not
returned
sound
some
like a
money,
good
but
business
she's-
plan.
Yeah, it really isn't.
It's not a good business plan.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You just give me the money, and what's left, I'll give back to you. Nah.
No.
My kids tried that with me. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I said, no, that's not how it works. Give me a receipt, and I'll reimburse you.
Yeah.